Okay, for today's classwork video 2, 14, or 15, depending on what day you have me, I'm going to have you grab that handout, copy all this work and the 5 words, and then I will be asking you to have me come over and check on some of your work. So thanks for listening to some of you. All right, so here we go. This first blank, I'm going to have you in that blank right there. I'm going to have you write clockwise. Know that we could abbreviate that as CW, and then know that that is like the hands of a clock turning to the right. That's what that means. And 90 degrees means we're doing a quarter turn. We're doing a quarter turn to the right. That's what 90 degrees clockwise turn is, quarter turn to the right. I'm going to have you draw this triangle in the exact spots I write these dots here. So this is going to be B. Next one down is going to be A. And then this one over here is going to be C. I want you to draw that triangle right there. You can see it's clearly 4 boxes long, 2 boxes high. This is called the pre-image, before the move, before it's been transformed, the pre-image. We're doing a 90-degree clockwise turn to the right, which means I'm turning into this section right here, 90-degree turn to the right, knowing your coordinate awareness, or being able to look at boxes and know that those boxes or rectangles, again, those rotate in that same direction. It's going to be right here. That's that part of the rectangle rotating, again, if you want to look at it like that. But again, point awareness. Here we go. Write them down. Got to be good. First word is blue. Blue. C. Again, write this down. This is 6, -3. I want you to be good with your coordinates, with your coordinate awareness. B is the point 2, -3. And then A is the point 2, -5. Know that the way I teach this, quarter turn to the right, clockwise to the right, you're flipping those coordinates and making that right one opposite. So again, these coordinates are flip-flopping their position, and that right one becomes opposite. Flip-flopping the position, right one becomes opposite. So that new B is going to be -3, 2 when they're flip-flopped, and then that right one after I flip-flop becomes the opposite. So the opposite of 2, -2. That's going to be the new B prime after the rotation. -3, -2 right here. That's where B prime is going to go. All the other coordinates, flip them and make that left one opposite. So again, flip it, -3, 6, and then make that left or right one opposite since I'm turning to the right. So that becomes -3, -6. That's going to be the new C prime after the move. And then of course 2, -5 is going to flip to -5, 2, and then that right one becomes opposite. So -5, -2. That's going to be, looks like A prime. Let's see. Yep, A prime. Draw that triangle. All right. So again, turning to the right. If I was turning to the left, if I was doing a counterclockwise turn to the left, I would have done that same flip-flop, but then I would have made that left one become oppo, because that's a turn to the left. All right, so again, know that. All right, next problem here. Here we go. I'd like you to draw this first triangle. First triangle, the pre-image triangle. Let's go back to this. Let's label this the image. All right, so for this one, the pre-image is right here at 2, -2. Let's call that A. This one right here is B. and then over here, we'll call this C. Triangle 1 box high, 4 boxes long. All right, for this one, the new one, after it's been transformed twice, 2 transformations after it's been transformed twice, is this point right here. We'll call it C double prime, showing 2 movements. Right here is A double prime, and then I got B double prime. So again, that's what they're telling me. All right, again, no for these. I'm going to have you do a automatic reflection either over the y-axis or over the x-axis. Do an automatic reflection. So if I reflect over this y-axis here, that would give me this triangle 2 boxes on either side. So again, that's what I do after I reflect over the y-axis. And then I could see from there, after that, there's no way really to slide it here. So again, I wouldn't go from reflecting over the y-axis. Again, doing these, the key, always start by reflecting over one of the axes. If I reflect this over the x-axis, that looks like right here, then down here, and then equal distance. Make sure I put that right here. Again, to get that true reflected look. And then I could see right there, after reflecting it to get that, if I could draw that a little bit better, I could see that after I reflect it over the x-axis, then all I'm doing is seeing how many boxes I'm moving left or right to get to this new spot up here. So again, find one spot of your triangle, maybe A, call this A prime after one move, after I reflect over the x-axis. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. Reflect over x-axis. Then always these are going to be a translate, a slide after a reflection. Translate, and it looks like I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 to the left, and then from there 1, 2, 3, 3 up. So again, trying to map that little journey from here to here, counting those boxes. I'm going left 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left 6, and then from there I'm going up 1, 2, 3. That's where I'm getting those numbers. 6 left, up 3. And again, let's clean that up a little bit so you can see that a little bit better. All right, but here we go. Translate 6 units left, 3 units up. And again, that's what I'm doing when I'm charting from A prime to A double prime, going left 6, up 3. Next word is dog. Dog. All right, here we go. Now I'd like you to interact with me here. First one to throw me a hang loose sign, a shaka, give you some extra credit. Look at me. Throw me a hang loose sign, give you some extra credit. Good job. All right, this next one I'm going to have you try. I want you to rotate the triangle I'm going to draw. We're going to call this clockwise. That's like the hands of a clock turning to the right. I'm going to put the triangle, the pre-image right here. So draw this for me right here, and then I'm going to go over 4 to the right. I'm going to call this A, B, C. This is called the pre-image. I would like you to try this one. Rotate this to the right, like the hands of a clock. It's going to rotate right here into this section right here. Try it. And then please let me come over and check your work. Let me see that you wrote the right coordinates. Remember, the way I have you do this is write the coordinates and then show me you're clearly flipping those around and making that right one opposite, because we're doing quarter turn to the right. So again, try it, have me come over and see how you're doing. For those of you, I gotta write this because some people don't have a Chromebook and they need to see what I'm having do this right. So try this. All right, the next one, here's the triangle I'm gonna have you draw. First one's gonna be right here. Let's go up 2. Let's go over 4. Draw this triangle best you can. Let's make this A, B, C. And then the triangle, after being transformed twice, is going to be right here. Let's do that in red. At B double prime to show 2 movements. A double prime and C double prime. Next word is black. Black. All right, so again, for this one, I'd like you to try it. See what 2 transformations take you to that spot. Try it. Have me come over and check your work, please. Have me come over and check your work. All right, here we go. Those of you listening, this, of course, this little rectangle rotates over right here. That's going to be the new A prime after this rotates to the right. So some people see this in terms of rectangles there. That's one way of doing it. We, of course, like you to write it as your point awareness. This point is 1, 2. It's going to flip to 2, 1, and that right one becomes negative. So 2, negative 1. That's going to be A prime. And then again, looking at rectangles here, again, this rectangle is clearly going to spin and end up right here. So hopefully you're kind of seeing that rectangle action. Some people do. But again, point awareness, that coordinate for B is 1, 4. I want you to realize that's going to switch to 4, 1, but that right one becomes negative. 4, negative 1. That's going to be B prime. And then, of course, 4, 2, 4, 2. That becomes 2, negative 4, 2, negative 4. Flip it around. Make that right one negative 2, negative 4. That becomes C prime. Here's my rectangle. After rotating it, quarter turn to the right. This is the image. Label that for me. All right. If you try this one, what I'm looking for is this: a reflection over the y-axis for this one. Because you can see if I reflect over this y-axis, ends up being right here. And then I could clearly see all I'm doing is now sliding that to this spot right here. But the challenge is that slide down there. What is the component? How many boxes am I going up or down? You can tell I'm going this many boxes down. How many boxes am I going to the right? This many boxes to the right. Again, you need to be able to see that in this kind of math now. So I could see for this one, first, one of my ways of doing it, of course, there's more. You could do the transformation first, but reflect. Got to make sure you write that over the y-axis. You got to make sure you tell me those 2 things. Reflect over the y-axis. Tell me what you're doing and where. And then translate. That's right, then translate. And that looks like I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, going down 5. So translate down. Let's actually do the left or right part first. This is going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So they like to describe that X part first. Translate 4 units right. and then 5 units down. That's one way of doing it. Of course, you could do the transformation first and then reflect, but I wouldn't do that. All right, here we go. I'm going to have you try one more set, and then please have me come over and try on your own. So here we go. I'd like you to, for this one, CCW, that's counterclockwise. That is not going to the right. That is turning to the left. Like the hands of a clock do not turn. So here we go. This triangle per image. Second to last word is cat. Good job for listening, cat. Here's the first one. That's going to be B. This one right here is going to be C. And then for this triangle, I'm going to make this tip A. Make sure your labels match mine. I want you to do a quarter turn to the left. That's going to turn it up here into this section. I know looking at left looks like this way, but like the hands of a clock turning to the left. That's going to end up there in that section. So try that. Let me come over and help you. And then this one right here. Here are the triangles where it starts. Here's where this one starts. Draw this. You're getting points for this. That triangle is going to be A, B, C. Again, try to draw that triangle best you can. And then the triangle after 2 moves is going to be right here. And this is going to be B double prime, A double prime, C double prime. All right, so try that one on your own. Let me come over and help you. All right, last word is goat. Thank you for finally listening to the end. Last word is goat. Good luck. Talk to you in a bit.